Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a book haul. I've accumulated too many books. So, first one we're going to get to, I can't remember whether this has been like at the tail end of the previous book haul, but it is Lars Muting's The Reindeer Hunters, which is a sequel to The Bell in the Lake. And I haven't got to it yet because The Bell in the Lake destroyed me. So I've been putting this off, but yeah, it came out I think March or April. And yeah, I might wait until winter again because it just feels, it's like there's a deer or a reindeer in the snow, so it just feels wintry. Next up we have a Quirky Embassy's You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. This is Embassy's, I think, first romantic novel, so I'm intrigued. Just the cover alone is worth the purchase. But yeah, I'm excited to read this at some point. But yeah, it feels like a summer read, so I want to get to this maybe this month. I feel like I'm really bad at doing book hauls because I forget what the books are about, and then for some reason I don't quickly research that before I start recording. Next one is The Memory Librarian by Janelle Monáe. I love Janelle Monáe's music. And this is set in the universe that she created for her album Dirty Computer. So it's like a futuristic world populated by androids, and I swear because she made the album into sort of like a movie with all of the songs contributing to the soundtrack. And I swear there was like some kind of revolution in it. It's exciting. I love science fiction and I love Janelle Monáe, so a no-brainer really. Oh, and it's a signed copy. Cute. Let's just have a look. What a cool signature. What a queen. Next up we have A Certain Hunger by Chelsea G. Summers. I had to get the American version because the British cover is an abomination. Let me just insert it here. Why? This is about a food critic who happens to be a cannibal. Like, yes, the vibes sound immaculate. It's given me like Hannibal energy, but with a female protagonist. Love it. Next up we have The Cabinet by Kim On-soo. This is, I think it's an absurdist book. It's about people with weird abilities and all their stories are stored in a filing cabinet. I love Korean literature and I've been meaning to get to this one for quite a while, so I recently purchased it. And yeah, I can't wait. Next up, oh, this cover is disgusting. I got this second hand and I can't be bothered to return it. But this is J.G. Ballard's Crash. Mainly I want to read this because I want to compare it to the David Cronenberg movie, do a book versus movie video, we'll see. The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. I saw this when it first came out and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can be bothered to read that. It's a historical fiction. But then I watched the Apple TV Plus show with Tom Hiddleston as a hot priest. I thoroughly enjoyed the show, so I thought, let's read the book. More so because I was really intrigued by the gothic atmosphere in the show and the sort of forbidden romance. So it just felt like gothic literature, but a modern version set back in the day. So the vibes of the show were immaculate, so I'm hoping the vibes of the book are the same. We'll do these two together because they were both nominated or part of the long list in the International Booker Prize, both Korean literature, translated into English, I think by the same person, Anton He. Yeah, Anton. Wow, the comparisons, both gorgeous covers, very purple, loving the vibes. One is like a collection of, I think they're both actually collections of short stories. This is weird, surrealist, almost horror, I think. Oh, it's not a collection of short stories, it's just one story, or is it a collection? And then this is like about one person's experience living in the city. Hence the title, Love in the Big City. Cursed Bunny, Love in the Big City. Loving the vibes. Hello. Matching. Weirdo. I believe there are LGBTQ characters in this. I might be wrong. Next up we have Upstream by Mary Oliver. It's a collection of essays. The reason why I got this was actually because I saw it in a Jack Edwards video and it sounded right up my street. It's similar in a way to Walden by Henry whatever Thoreau, which I hated, by the way. But I feel like this is a modern and much, hopefully, better sort of meditation on nature and self and discovery. So hopefully, like, this is my Walden. Because, like, a lot of people love that book and I just fucking hated it. I don't know whether it's because I had to study it for uni, but to be honest, it was just so dull. Like, so dry, boring and old. So hopefully this, by a female author, I will connect with it more because it's more modern, and maybe I've changed in the last 3 years. But yeah, I'm excited to read this. Fingers crossed I like it. Next up we have, I mean, I've already done a video on this, so it's like not new, but I did buy this since my last book haul. It is Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Link up there for my book versus movie video. I had to get the movie tie-in edition because I love the movie. And look how gross it is. Look at that. Ugh. Love a good crusty old book. Next up we have loads of nerd stuff. So click off this video if you're not interested in fucking nerdy fantasy. First up we've got The Sons of Illyrian by Graham McNeill. This is the sequel to Defenders of Ulthuan or something that I read recently. It was okay, but I'm hoping that the sequel is better because it did pick up towards the end of Defenders of Ulthuan and I kind of want to know what happens next. So yeah, that's why I got this. I mean, to be honest, I did buy this before I'd finished Defenders of Ulthuan, which is a bit of a faux pas. Like, don't buy sequels until you've read the first one. But yeah, hopefully this will be better than the first book because we're like in the midst of something crazy. Oh, and that's from like the Warhammer universe, which I don't really know much about. I just know it's a thing. Then we've got another Warhammer thing, but this is about dark elves because I'm obsessed with elves. This is The Chronicles of Malleus Darkblade, Volume 1 by Dan Abnett and Mike Lee. Yeah, I just fancied reading about dark elves, and I think like they sort of tie into this because this is like basically good elves versus dark elves. I don't know whether, oh my god, the writing is tiny. Shit. That might be interesting. And then the final 3 books are still nerdy stuff. These 3, so we've got Rise of the Horde, The Last Guardian and Illidan. These are all World of Warcraft books. I've been playing World of Warcraft for like 6 months now and I'm so late to it. So there's been so much lore and stuff that's happened in this universe because the game started in like 2004 and there's been so many additions to it. So I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of just, I don't know, like atmosphere and knowledge. So I thought, why not read some of the books? I don't think I've got any of them in order. I think the last, this might be the first. Either one of these might be the first, which is good, I guess. And then I just fancied reading about Illidan because I've been playing Legion recently and I thought it was a fascinating character. But yeah, so the idea is to sort of read some of the books to fill in the gaps of my knowledge because I'm so late to the game, but I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I don't know whether they're going to be fantastically written, but that's not really why I'm reading these. It's more just to know what's going on and some of the history of the game. Like I said, nerdy shit, but oh well. Yeah, I think that is actually the end of my book haul. That was quite nice and fast. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments section what books you've recently purchased or whether you've read any of these books that I've mentioned and what you thought of them. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Ring a ding ding that bell and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.